These words of Ibn Sina that you will listen to now were not collected haphazardly from right and left. On the contrary, they were meticulously compiled from his own sources, considering it a duty to respect this scientist. We are grateful to Esma Charan Hanum, who made a serious effort to bring the words together. We carefully collect the work's own sources in order to voice the best quotes for you. We sincerely request that you subscribe to our channel to support us. Now let's move on to those valuable aphorisms of Ibn Sina, which were prepared with care. My only fear is that I have yet to research myself. Ken, tomorrow I will suddenly die. My friends, it is wisdom to nourish the body and soul, otherwise you will nourish snakes and devils in your heart. I say that what is sweetest is to meet the one who asks, are you aware that while searching for things that do not belong to you, you are also losing those that belong to you? The doctor enters a house where the sun does not enter. Do not tolerate for others what you do not like for yourself. The worst of ignorance is not knowing yourself. Keep your feet warm, cool. Every force on earth starts with sound morals and sound intelligence. After eating, until you are digested, don't buy anything else. Don't expose your wealth to friends or enemies. The truth is that it's not the patient's age, but the age of the disease that is important. If you walk after eating, it's a sign that you are healthy both mentally and physically. Those who are not sick cannot appreciate the value of health. Joy facilitates digestion. Don't use medicine unless absolutely necessary. I'm afraid of the ox because it has a weapon, but not the mind. Diet is the home of stomach disease. Gluttony and anorexia are the main enemies of the body. Find something to do for yourself because those who cannot occupy themselves are occupied by others. A scholar without action is like a cloud without rain. Doubt is too lonely a pain to the twin brother of faith. When the brain is healthy and calm, people think much more logically. Hunger weakens people, makes them weaker, and kills them. Disease always results from either excess or deficiency. In other words, it is caused by an imbalance. When a sick person falls into despair, it brings them closer to death. In fact, most of us are just afraid of change. Because we are afraid, we live our whole lives as if we were chained, and we continue to live this way by numbing the pain of those chains with some distractions and tranquilizers. It is hidden not only from others, but even from ourselves. No one can exploit us more than we can ourselves. No one can harm us more than we harm ourselves. Therefore, there are two things that especially harm the heart: grief and anxiety. A doctor is a philosopher because there is no big difference between wisdom and medicine. Therefore, while other fields try to learn something from philosophy, it should not be said that philosophy has nothing to learn from what has happened. People do everything, no matter how absurd, in order not to encounter things that will heal them. Before treating someone, ask them if they are willing to give up the things that make them sick. People think that they admire the success, fortune, and fame of others. However, the thing that is most admired is kindness, because this is the most solid and healthy indicator of the pleasure people get from being and well-being. Frequent and causeless fatigue is the harbinger of illness. Idleness is the source of all evil. Where there is no idleness, there is no evil in the world. The doctor treats the disease, but nature heals. Marriage is a fire that begins hot and ends cold. Neither satiety nor appetite, nor anything outside the natural state is good. Your natural powers will be the ones that will heal what is in you. The drunkenness, foolishness, and irresponsibility of mothers cause weakness and sickness in children. Be careful to abstain from sex in old age, for at this age it is safer to use other sources of pleasure. People need other people not only for companionship or support in difficult times, to fulfill the need of human hands. For goodness is healing for the health of the soul. Goodness requires depth and a sense of loyalty. Without these, there is no goodness. Only goodness seems to be done truly. Goodness will always be devoted and form lasting ties. To live long years, the more we have, the more we want. Doubt will make you friends with no one. Sleep and sleeplessness are harmful when excessive. The one who sees death is content with disease. The sleep of the lazy person is far removed from himself and heir to poverty. Don't discuss how a good person should be. Be a good person now. Don't be indebted to a mean man. Remember that a person's value is measured by the value of the things they are interested in. Anxiety and worry won't make you friends. Don't separate friends from enemies in kindness. A rich man who is not generous is like a fruitless tree. Show respect to your friends and acquaintances. Don't trust anyone who has been enemies with you in the past. Don't mix your words with humorous words such as mockery and jokes. When you talk, there is no greater wealth than health. Constantly turn inward and renew yourself. There is no friend like health, an enemy like illness, sweet like love of children, pain like hunger. There is no house where the sun enters, a doctor doesn't enter, rubs his fingers on his mouth and nose, more effective and effective than love and affection. Medicine. There is no ignorant doctor who is an assistant in a death camp. True knowledge should be based on two principles, reason and intuition. No one is as blind as the one who doesn't want to see. Whatever I have learned, I learned in prostration. I ask the doctor, I ask the one who suffers, and I leave the country. I eat my own bread at other people's tables. The world is not a place of fun and games. A person who knows what he is not affected by what some ignorant people say about him. The soul of a person is like a lamp. Science is its light, and divine wisdom is like the oil of a lamp. This burns and you shed light. You are called alive. It is a wolf that causes every disease. Unfortunately, we do not have the tools to see it. People believe in the reasons you put forward, your sincerity, the weight of your pain, only after you die. All diseases essentially come from what you eat and drink, so you know. Sometimes doing nothing is the cure. He walks in the fires of his desires. Let the person grant me my soul to be beautiful, and let everything I have outside of me be in harmony with the beauty inside of me. Let me believe that wealth is only for the one who has purified his soul, so that he can see people who are different from us. Stay in our own comfort zone. We are stuck. Never postpone treatment until later. Neither satiety nor hunger nor anything else exceeds the measure of nature. It becomes good time. The soul develops until death. The best cure for an illness is to learn how not to catch that illness. Many people think they are only thinking when they think over and over again about their prejudices. There are three things people are afraid of: death, other people, and their own brains. Today's youth do not seem to respect the past or have any hope for the future. Before you cure someone, ask them if they want to give up what made them sick. Overeating causes illnesses, and all illnesses start in the intestines. Loving only yourself is the source of unhappiness, not happiness, and doing good to others is actually doing good to yourself. Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what your illness is. Medicine teaches us not to live long, but to act. Action and correct thinking should be compatible. In fact, there are two things in life: science itself and personal thoughts. Because a person who knows how to live well does not only consume less, more importantly, eat less, has learned to be content with something. If you're down, take a walk. If you're still down, take another walk. Art is long, life is short, opportunity is fleeting, experience is deceptive, decision, difficult. The most extreme solutions are very suitable for the most extreme diseases. It is God's work to ease the pain. Patients have two common reputations: to help or at least not to harm. Everything that is excessive is against nature. A physician should be able to tell the past, be able to foresee, focus on these, and have the following two important issues regarding diseases: to do what is useful or not to do what is harmful. If the words of Ibn Sina touched your heart or sparked a new thought, we invite you to become part of our journey. Subscribe to our channel to continue discovering timeless wisdom from great thinkers and healers of history. Like the video if you found even one quote that stayed with you. Share your favorite aphorism in the comments. Your insight may guide someone else. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next piece of wisdom that could change your day or your life. Let knowledge be the lamp and you the light it spreads.